Hi, A.J. Heightman here, and I'm at the ImageTrend booth, and I'm with Doug Butler, Director of Clinical Services for ImageTrend, and we're going to talk about some really cool stuff with respect to data. It's really hot. You know, data isn't always considered to be hot and sexy, but this is really hot and sexy. It's really important for management. We're going to talk about performance measures and following benchmarking, so tell us a little bit.
Yeah, so ImageTrend just released a new module, part of our Continuum product, called Performance Insights. And what it does, it provides an individual scorecard for the actual care providers so they can see how they're ranking compared to everyone else in the organization. And this is just not for procedures, but for national benchmarking, EMS Compass, core measure projects, and looking at kind of the whole bigger picture to see where they can perform and how they can improve.
Okay, now let me tell you, I've been through the program, looked at what it does, and people say, oh, data. Well, this is from the provider aspect. Let me tell you as a provider what this would tell me. This would tell me where I rank compared to my colleagues with the IV success rate, with ROSC, with success in those particular areas, drop times, all those other things. It could be good and it could be bad, but for the most part, it really tells you where you rank, and that's really what benchmarking is on IV success. And a service can find that we have a problem, right? We have a problem with IVs. You want to talk a little bit about that?
Exactly. So I think the key thing is to make it so it's easy to use. When I think about scorecards and benchmarking, I think of a lot of work. I'm going to have to go in there and do a lot of reports. This is instant, easy to use, available instantly for crews. And so when you think about IVs and you think about documentation challenges, you know, who should be starting IVs? Paramedics. But I guarantee as you start digging into data, you can see some documentation opportunities for improvement, like maybe did the EMT get marked as starting the IV? Can I see where I rank compared to everyone else? And then taking the individual out of it and saying, okay, for my cardiac arrest, what's my IV success rates? For my traumas, maybe we need to find other mechanisms, other tools to provide better vascular access.
So let's talk about kind of like shelving or holding data. So I can't go in and look at everybody else's data. It can limit me to what I can see, am I right?
Exactly, yeah. So I would only want my care providers to see their own scorecards compared to a global average of the company. Now, if I'm the CQI manager, I want to see everyone in one spot. So it's very permission driven, but like I said earlier, it's really designed so that with a click of a button, they can see it with no labor, no work.
But there could be a blind report that shows that for the month of October, our raw success rate has been worse than it was in September.
Yes, so we go all the way tiered up from the individual to the CQI to the whole agency. And if you're on a regional system, you can see where you rank compared to other agencies inside that region so that you can really get a clear benchmark and understand where you're performing to everyone else. And it really kind of shows you, so we're not siloed in EMS. We're one, common theme and for the best thing for the patient.
And what I think you have to understand about this program is that ImageTrend has taken all this data and has made it very usable. So I can look at all of the trends that are in there, not just benchmarking, but who are my top performers, who are my top 25 performers. I can recognize them. Yep. I can recognize if I'm a QI manager where we need to have some Con Ed to improve what's going on. Or if we change a protocol, we can see what the difference has been with that.
Exactly.
It's exciting stuff.
Yeah, I think it's for the first time that we can really see information real time, dynamic, and we were talking earlier about, and I think in the EMS industry, we have an opportunity to award and acknowledge our high performers. And we tend to focus on the low performers. This provides that positive reinforcement to say, hey, AJ, you're doing a great job. You're leading in our company. Keep up good work.
Well, I think that this whole performance module that you have is, if I'm an ImageTrend customer, I probably should add this module. Not probably, I should add this module, because the reality is that ImageTrend has done what nobody else has really been doing, and that they've taken that, they give me the next tool that I need. And down the road you were talking to me that we could even probably analyze if step A, B, and C were supposed to happen, that it was B, C, and A.
Yep. And
in resuscitation and the bundles of care, that's important stuff.
Yeah, we're really expanding into incidents, looking to see how I'm performing with my treatment protocols and my incident patient management, and seeing, am I following these guidelines, these protocols? And who knows, maybe after we start looking at this data, you may be like, we need to modify this protocol or change some information.
So if you're an ImageTrend customer, you need to add this module. If you're not an ImageTrend customer, you need to go to ImageTrend and begin to understand all of the stuff that's offered by ImageTrend, because it's truly a caring company that has developed not just this module, but so many others that can really help you. So thanks, Doug, appreciate it.